What's up, people? It's your boy Mex, the WrestleManiac, if you will. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and comment, and we appreciate your support as always.
Warning. The following views shared on this podcast are the unfiltered expressions of our vibrant personalities. We are here to dissect the pulse-pounding world of pro wrestling, from the epic battles inside the ring to the captivating storylines that keep us hooked. Our discussions may venture into unexpected territories, from questioning the creative direction or analysing the artistry behind the suplexes and submissions. Please understand that we aim to entertain, educate, and engage. But please also remember that we are just merely fans and observers, and we are not actual wrestlers, journalists, or industry insiders. As we always say, by the Mandem, for the Mandem. Enjoy.
Let's talk about passion fruit and mango Supermalt.
I thought there was only one flavour.
Because you know KO got thing. You know KO doing alcoholic drinks now.
Oh really?
Yeah, so we've got it's like a daiquiri, but they got fruit punch with a bit of vodka in it.
They're betraying themselves. No, but my partner decided to get me the passion fruit and mango one, nice. No.
Really?
No. I tell you why. So she doesn't vibe with the traditional tasting Supermalt, which is crazy. But then again, I'm with a white woman. What you expect?
Yeah.
If she sees this,
It's an
it's the
acquired
truth.
taste. It's an acquired taste. Even when I bought for my work colleagues back in the day, they were like,
And why is it acquired? These fuckers would drink beer and drink champagne. Yeah.
So is Supermalt like black people's beer?
No,
'Cause you know
Star,
how
Stella is.
Stella is.
Stella or
This is actually a
Guinness.
term I understand.
Stella as well.
Guinness is
Black, I think African uncles always go for a Stella.
you go for Guinness.
Guinness,
I never see
Guinness
it.
is
Bro,
another
whenever you buy Foster's for an African party, it never gets drank. It always stays at the end.
Yeah.
You have to give it to your work colleagues the next day.
Yeah.
Or your next door neighbor the next day. But Stella Artois and Guinness is where it's at.
So you asked me, does it taste?
I don't drink, by the way.
You said, does it taste good? And I said no. So basically, what happens is, because it tastes sweeter, the aftertaste is bitter. It's got that alcohol, that beer kind of aftertaste.
Yeah.
That kind of like
do you know what it is? Yeah, this is just me. My preference.
your preference. Okay.
I don't feel like it's right to eat Supermalt without a jollof rice or a meal next to it.
Yeah.
I can't go to shit and buy Supermalt and drink like that. That's crazy.
I
To
can.
me, that don't sound right.
But I'm not right in the head. That's me. I drink it. Listen,
Like
I don't drink alcohol. So for me, it's like, oh, this is something
Yeah,
interesting that's non-alcoholic, and it tastes nice,
Yeah.
and I vibe with it.
I see someone mix Supermalt and condensed milk, bro, on TikTok, bro.
You know what?
It look nice.
It might look nice because people
They
mix condensed
mixed
milk
it.
and Guinness.
Yeah,
So-
but condensed milk, that's fruit. That's like a Guinness punch.
Guinness punch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so
You should try it, bro.
I get it.
Sounds like a
Nice.
white Russian.
I got condensed milk in my house, though. That's what I'm
Try
thinking.
do this.
Try it, bro. But if your belly starts to do
Sounds like a
bling, I'm not there. Bro. I'm not there, my
But
bro.
make a blah, 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 blah.
Oh, first and foremost, how you guys been in this weather? Like, how you guys been? You went to work?
Coping.
Yeah.
Coping is the word.
Yeah.
This ain't fashion. It's never been fashion. If you ever see Sats wearing a headband, he always wears a headband. It's not a KSI thing. It's not an X-Pac thing. This is, I glisten. My forehead glistens a lot. It looks like a cold beer. You know when it starts glistening?
Condensation.
That's me. The condensation is a lot. So I wear this so when I'm talking to you guys, it's not dripping. This is legit. A cloth on my head, a stretchy. This is how I cope with the weather.
Yeah, I hear it.
Yeah, it's very.
I'll cut my towel. man.
it's not actual bandana. An actual
So that's
bandana,
it, yeah.
you're a psychopath because that is also a hot cloth around your head. This is like a woman's tights.
Yeah,
It's
nice.
legit. Amazon, buy it. It looks like a bandana.
Easy as well.
Oh yeah, listen,
Yeah.
you hear that? Ooh, yeah.
Because even if when you wear bandana, it normally comes off, man. Especially if you got long hair, it comes off. It's just long, man. So
This I can vibe with this for like 10 hours without complaining because it feels like a second skin because it is light on my skin.
No,
Get that tight.
Listen, I need a sponsorship. Look at me hyping up some.
Yeah, you might as well,
You
man.
can actually go on Amazon and create an affiliate link for yourself.
Really?
Yeah,
go.
you can make money from it.
On
That's
any
what-
There you go.
You can just do that.
That's what thing does. Ray does.
We need to talk after business.
For sure.
Yeah,
I'll send you the link.
Yeah. All these things I'm wearing as Amazon related. Bezos, you owe me money.
You can legit be on a podcast and be like, "Oh, I've wore this top on this podcast. Top was amazing. check my affiliate link in my bio.
Yeah.
There.
You don't need
Boom.
to be of any that show, even
Yeah.
though you are an established.
Look at that.
someone.
You're established.
On
You
the
should be- you should know
BBC?
this.
Yeah, trust
Yeah.
me.
On the BBC and that. BBC radio host.
Thank
Talk
you.
about that, bro.
What now?
Or tomorrow.
No. This guy's funny. No, no. Please, we're family. We can do that. Yeah. So, as you guys know, my people know, people that follow me, I do community radio. I do Riverside Radio. Been doing that since 2022. Legit, a few months after my daughter was born. Now, like, I was like, because yours hustle. Everybody here, like most of us here. He probably got 12 kids, but most of us here, you know, we're dads. You know, you.
This guy's beard will be like this.
Exactly. This guy probably got 12 kids. All of us here, you know, are dads, but we still follow the career, the hustle. So So community radio is it's free, man. I actually we pay the upkeep of the studio. It's community radio, and I've been doing it since 2022. The guy that owns the station, he's a huge fan of mine, believes in me. They asked him, like, they're looking for a couple of people to do BBC Radio London. I was one of 2 people he picked for the spot. So yesterday I was at the BBC Broadcasting House to do a taster with the host. Her name's Kim Davis. It's called Sound of the City with Kim Davis. It's on every Tuesdays, 7 to 10 p.m. And I'm starting from next week. So from the 8th and the 15th of July, I will be co-hosting, and I even got I got a wrestling related thing involved. I got the founders of Riot Cabaret involved, Sean Thorne and James Lawrence. I'm bouncing off the names off my head. I think the other guy's named James Lawrence. But yeah, those the founders of Riot Cabaret. I'm gonna have them on and chat, you know, because that's an interesting concept of wrestling and cabaret. And also my co-host is not. When I asked her, "What's your relationship with wrestling?" She did the stereotypical.
It's fake, isn't it?
No,
It's fake, isn't it? Right? It's fake, isn't it?
I hate.
It's not really real, is it?
nah,
Talking about WWF?
nah. You think?
Look. It's always this. Look. Macho Man. Hulk Hogan. It's always they do a bit of a shake. Like, is it?
No. The number one thing a person from the UK would do. I used to watch it as a kid.
Yeah.
Big Daddy.
Big Daddy.
She did a Big Daddy thing. Because she went, I used to watch as a kid on ITV. You were too young. And I was like, was it Big Daddy? She goes, yeah. And I was like, and she goes, I forgot the name of the thing. And in my head, I was like, what is the name of the thing? I was like, is it World of Sports?
Yeah, World of Sports.
And then she's like, yeah, I'm not sure. And then she asked the producer guy, because he knows, because he's old, he's ancient. He goes, yeah, it is World of Sports. I was like, I know this because they brought it back a few years ago. That's why I still remember WOS. Because I was thinking WOS is World of Sports, right? Yeah. So yeah, I'm doing BBC Radio London. I'm excited about it. Huge opportunity coming. I've got a lot of guests for my 2 weeks. And, you know, everything afterwards, I can always say I've done BBC Radio London. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever comes afterwards, by the grace of God, hopefully this opens doors for so many different things.
You're too talented, man.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate. Listen, there's a reason why. I call him my OG, even though listen, because he's older than me. We're African. We give our respects to our
I got the salt
elders.
in my beard. I got the salt in my beard.
We Africans, we actually respect our elders. We're not like some. You know what? I don't want to create a race war, but I was gonna say, uncle. We'll call everyone auntie and uncle. We show respect. This guy, he helped. The Sat Niangi you know today was because this guy let me be comfortable with who I am and basically responded to all my weird and craziness. So it's an honor to do a podcast next to this legend right here. SP3, the hardest working guy. Listen, the reason why I'm even doing radio, as well, because this guy does everything. I'm like, your wife is letting you outside to do this podcast at 4 o'clock in the morning. You got 2 kids. Why are you screaming so hard? Yeah.
Just for the record, this is the first time Sat and Sid have been on the podcast together.
In person.
In real life. In person. Yeah.
In person.
Mm.
That's a big deal.
History.
Yeah. History was
History making.
historic.
Special episodes, though.
Not wrestle talk. No. Here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
WRESTHINGS.
Come on, man.
Amazing.
Yeah, the heat though. Like, I realized that not much people are working as well. I sent emails. I'm not getting a response back at all. It's too much. I feel like there's something about London where you can't actually like because we're built on concrete. Everything's concrete here, so it just cooks you. Back home, you'll be fine. You walk in Jamaica, you walk in Ghana, you're fine. Congo, you're fine. But here, everything just cooks you.
Because of the insulation that they put into the buildings as well. That's what makes it worse. And if you live on the top floor,
Bro, that's why I'm fucked. I live on the top floor.
I don't say this country can't deal with anything. Whether it's sun,
No,
whether
you
it's
can't.
rain, whether it's snow, there's panic.
But one thing I'm grateful for in this country is that we don't have natural disasters.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Because if I don't want to be on my top floor and I see hurricane coming, I have to grab my MacBook. Bro, bro, in West London, fuck that.
I think the weather doesn't hit me as well because I'm from New York. And
New
New York
York
is
is hot,
New
yeah.
York is worse when it's in the
Yeah,
summer.
I've
Like
been told.
they had 100 degrees like a week before here.
Calculate 100 degrees.
I think that's what like
Celsius.
40 Celsius or whatever.
40 Celsius here.
Or you can cook hot dog on the road. You can cook glizzy on the street. That's what Glizzy said.
No, but wait, in New York, don't they like pop open those like fire hydrant
That's
things?
the
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
That's the movie.
No, they do that.
Is that a
They
real
do-
thing?
We do that.
But is that
I'm
water
from-
clean?
I grew up in Harlem.
is
We
that
used
water
to do
clean?
that all the time.
Is water clean?
Yeah.
Is it?
I could drink it.
It's clean to run into and run out. It's the sprinklers.
Cool,
Like,
fair. That
yeah,
looks
yeah.
fun though, man.
Yeah.
Looks fun, yeah.
Come on, it's our water clean to drink. We just do it anyway.
Exactly.
At your
What
peril.
No,
water
but
is
no,
clean?
but to be fair, I don't drink water from the tap no more.
I do.
I do bottled water, and I do water from the
I'm not rich like that, man.
Yeah, man.
Bottled
I
water.
got it like
I
that.
drink bottled water. But
Yeah,
then if
that-
there's no bottled water, I'm not gonna like start boiling water.
No, like that.
I'm going to drink
I've
from the
never
tap.
like, I think tap stopped when we got a water dispenser. Even
heard.
my house, innit? It's a
Yeah,
water dispenser.
makes sense.
If I get a water dispenser, you'll change your life. I'm not even lying to you.
Get me a water dispenser.
Yeah,
They
give me
changed
a
my
water
life.
dispenser.
Let me find
I
out.
can give you the details. You can. You have to.
I'm
sort
kidding.
it
I do want
over,
it. I do. Yeah, yeah.
have
Let me
to
go
sort
to
your
your
own-
affiliate.
Bro, there's not even an affiliate. To me. I know a guy that knows a guy that knows a guy that can sort
Ah,
out
okay,
one.
okay.
Yeah, pop one and you. have to
Not,
sort-
we have to take from the office when no one's watching.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's disgusting, bro. Oh, fam. Yo, episode 800 and...
Don't look at me.
Episode
800.
Episode 282.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it was 281.
Make some fucking noise.
Our bro Del's not here, unfortunately. Del boy, I think we spoke about his debut last week.
Yeah.
Obviously refreshed ourselves again, and I had to edit the video. I was editing the video yesterday, and I can't lie, I just continue getting goosebumps. I can't.
proud,
I've
very
watched that
proud
video at
moment.
least 20 times. It's live now for members. If you're a member, you can watch the full match on our channel. So become a member, and you can watch the match of Del. Probably release sometime in the near future for everyone to see. But for now, become a member. Check out
members
that
got
match. But yeah, shout out to Del, man. That was amazing.
Yeah.
What else happened? We had Basement Grooves on Saturday, Sunday. That was one of the biggest Basement Grooves we ever had, bro. That was crazy. Like, like I've been to parties where people have just like 70% of people are just standing. No, 70% are dancing, and the 30% are just standing on the wall. 100% of people, everyone's
dancing.
I saw everyone dance, and it's like you don't get that shit like that anymore. Everyone wants to stand on the wall and just act like a tough guy. Like, everyone actually shook a leg. Sapine was there.
Yeah.
We got Sapine Smokey. He's one of the guys that's been supporting us from early when we touched YouTube, man, like episode 5 and that. So big up him. He was there. Bro, that guy was doing the boogaloo and he was popping and locking and shocking. He was doing everything, bro. So big up him. A few of our old uni friends came through as well. It was just nice, man. It was nice, man. So, guys, make sure you guys. We got an event on 26th of July at Savente in Haggerston, Hoxton, one of them in Hackney. So make sure you guys grab a ticket there. I'll put the ticket link in the bio. Another one, Hustle, on the 31st of July. Make sure you guys grab a ticket as well. You guys can come to Hustle show.
For sure.
I will come.
show.
I will come to a
Never
show.
come to a hustle show.
No.
No.
Oh my.
He had a chance to come, but he didn't come. I remember he messaged me.
Yeah,
Messaged me. I was like, you should have came.
because one.
Come to hustle.
I want
It was,
yeah.
it was Joe Smaddy. I think it was a show that he was going to come to, was the one where Del made his debut.
The
The
Rumble.
The Rumble.
Because a friend of mine was doing the camera actually at Hustle.
Yeah. Do you remember the girl doing the camera on time?
Yeah.
That's his friend.
Oh.
Yeah, because she mentioned, she goes, "Oh, I got tickets. I'm doing this thing." And I was like, "Hustle wrestling, Hustle wrestling."
Yeah.
I was like, "I know Hustle wrestling." That's my guys do that, and then that's made me realize because I remember because the Wrestle Talk guys they go as well. They got seats they have, and I was like, I'll go eventually. Listen, it's like if you understand, life be lifing sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I'm allowed when your partner lets you go outside. You try not to abuse it.
Yeah. I know that.
When you abuse a privilege, you start hearing the noise, and then they start like exactly like Iyo Sky. It's like, So listen, when I say I'm coming, I'm 100% coming. I will come. I'm gonna hit up my friend and be like, you about, let's go do this. I'm coming. And I've heard great things. I've heard you guys commentary, you guys hyping up the crowd and everything like that. I'm happy. You guys have been killing it in the game. It sometimes annoys me when you guys don't see it. Don't watch other people's success, man. If you're watching other people, you trip over and bust up your face. You have to watch your own trajectory. How are you meant to see the finish line when you're looking back? Look forward. Look ahead.
But sometimes,
Ratio.
bro, should we have a therapy? Let's do therapy right now. I'll be real.
All right.
I've been doing this for, say, 6 years.
Right.
Before I'd done this, I was doing a YouTube football channel. And I'll say in the first... I know people say, oh, wrestling is niche. It's niche. I get that. But I feel like the thing we were doing was kind of niche as well. Before wrestlings, I was doing this wrestling. I was doing this football content show called Bay T Squad, and I basically saw the numbers go from hundreds to thousands to double-digit thousands in the space of a year. So I was like, this is crazy. This is actually crazy. This is how it's meant to be. And I expected the same trajectory for wrestling.
Right.
But the problem is that he was always going to say this. Don't look at numbers. Don't look at this. Don't look at that. But, bro, if you're spending hours on end editing videos, doing trailers for it, doing a thumbnail, thinking of titles,
Making shorts,
putting one look. Ask Mex and Ask Laps, whenever we do a show, for example, if it's like a tier rankings or if we're doing Break It Down or one of these other shows, bro, we have to put money from our own pockets out there and make sure this shit happens. Studio space, all that sort of stuff. So when I'm putting this out there, I'm like, bro, I've only just got 10 views on this or 100 views on this. Like, this don't make sense to me. This is great content. What the hell are you guys doing? Like, what are we missing? Where are we lacking? Because I'm watching a lot of these other guys on YouTube that do wrestling content. I'm like, how the hell did you get that much views? Is it because we're black and British? I think it might be that, because I remember there was one American that commented on our channel saying, I don't understand what you guys are saying. I'm like, bro, I don't speak that fast. Plus, if I was to slow it down, I could talk like this for you. Do you want me to talk like this? But yeah, it's hard sometimes just to do the stuff and not look at the numbers, because numbers is also a form of achievement. It's a form of growth as well.
Understood, yeah.
So it's man, where are we lacking? Where can we have help? Do we need, I don't know, a megastar? Does LA Knight to come on this podcast?
Yeah.
I'm being honest. Yeah. Do we need megastars to come on this podcast every week? Or something like that? Or so you guys are stars? Much I know this
We ain't stars.
Don't
We're your friends. We're family.
Yeah.
Nah, I mean,
But
like Sat said, you got to worry about what your race is, and I understand, numbers and stuff like that. That's always going to be something, especially with what you do, and you're looking at it from the back end. And I have a YouTube channel, and I always look at it from the back end as well. And it's how much time you're putting into it, how much money you're putting into it. I understand the views and stuff is the gratification, but it's also about what doors this project's gonna open up for something next. I would have never told you 8 years ago when I started doing wrestling podcasts that I'd be writing for Sports Illustrated. But because I kept doing the grind,
that's a big thing.
doing everything else, that's what opens up the next door for you. It's not always gonna translate to 1,000 views, 10,000 views, but the right person can see that and be like, "Hey, I want you to come on this." You guys were on Wrestle Talk for the WrestleMania watch along. When I saw that, I popped. I was like, "I'm actually gonna watch this." I see my brothers over here.
Did you fall asleep? Because you did that. You're talking about accomplishments. It's that's what I'm saying. You're looking at numbers, but you haven't looked what you achieved.
Yeah.
They know you in America. You're like, they're like WRESTHINGS. Remember, we're talking about. We've had pop stars not break America. They know you within the wrestling space in America. That says something. You went to a Wale meet. It wasn't like, who is these niggas in Wale Mania? It was like, yo, WRESTHINGS, bruv. You guys are the bruv, what Sid's saying is right. Sid got shouted out by Becky Lynch, not by name, but as for the list that she was put as number one. I was like, guys, that's an SP3 list. She is shouting out SP3. That's why I shared the link. I was like, guys, if you don't know this, she is shouting out a list that SP3 did. And that's why he remembers. It's like, he's done a podcast, and he's got a channel, but that channel has helped propel him individually. And it helped prepare you guys. You guys are doing, Hustle Wrestling. You're doing commentary.
You're commentating for a wrestling promotion.
Yeah.
I want to do that. Like you doing something
that
I
shit,
wanted to do.
Right?
That one there, I don't even know how I fell into it, but bro, it was just crazy, man. That's for another day, man.
Natural, man.
Yeah.
And bro, it went from me being rubbish to me being like, bro, this is sounds like I'm just having a conversation.
And also, look, Mr. Gorilla position over here.
Exactly.
Max,
That's a
I'm a
proud achievement.
WrestleMania,
Who's
wrestling fan.
interviewing
Like-
Bryan Danielson and Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah.
Like,
and-
this is the thing. So I 100% agree with. I noticed this. Like you're putting in the work, and 100%, like we're saying, you want the gratification through the numbers and the stats and everything you're looking at. But at the same time, when I take a step back, I can see what my effort has done for me. Maybe not on my platform and my channel in terms of what I want to see, but like outside, people can see this person works hard. What this guy gets up, he watches the product, he records something, he edits it himself, he puts it out, like, and then he'll do the exact same thing again tomorrow. Yeah. And he has a family, and he has a day job.
And you have
Like,
a podcast.
another podcast.
so like, when
Other
people
podcasts.
see that and they invest in you, because it's like, all right, whatever's happening on his channel, and we know a lot of this is just down to algorithms and this, that, and the other. But ultimately, you put in the work, you turn up every day, like you'll get your rewards, innit?
Yeah.
Like,
And I think we had the similar conversation
Yeah.
last time I did something on WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It's about like the one thing that I always remember that someone like Sean Ross Sapp, who's like one of the more known people in wrestling media, told me. He was like, it depends. He was like, the one thing that you want to do is wear a lot of hats, and that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're doing commentary for Hustle. You're editing this podcast. You're
Yeah.
doing this podcast. You're watching the product. Like he said, you got everything that you're doing outside of it, but you're checking so many different boxes at wrestling medias that whenever an opportunity opens up, you're somebody that they can look to.
Yeah.
So you're not getting that instant gratification of 10,000 people watching your podcast. But all you need is the right person to watch your podcast.
yeah.
Also, you gotta remember as well. There's a lot of
That one.
Also, you gotta remember as well. There's a lot of eyes on the products. Like we've got wrestlers liking things on their Instagram. Like I see it. I've seen it. Shane Taylor today was liking things on the post. So like, there's eyes on the products. We just might not be in the land to actually see them, but they're watching.
And you've had wrestlers come on as well, bro.
You're right. But like I said before, like I'm a numbers guy, and I've been a numbers guy. I'm a
Yeah.
stats guy.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I worked at a company where I had to basically deliver stats from these videos weekly and go to meet and say, this is how much we got this week. This is how much we can get the next week projected, all that sort of stuff. So I'm always going to look at that. So when I've come to the wrestling territory and I'm seeing this, I'm like, bro, this don't make sense to me. We're putting so much bread in this shit. What's going on, bro? But like you said, it has propelled us other doors, bro. In the first month that we've done wrestlings, I went to Performance Center.
Yeah.
People forget about it.
Yeah.
We went to Performance Center, like, we've had bare stuff like having Gabe come on the podcast and that sort of stuff. So you're right. When you sit back, you look at everything, it's fine.
The 2K stuff, come on.
The 2K stuff as well. Going to Osprey, going to LA and all that sort of stuff. But when I'm editing these videos at ungodly times, that's when my brain starts to fizzle.
Of course.
I've got Lloyd here that's like, Lloyd, go to bed. And I've got Lloyd here that says continues work. And I've got Lloyd here that says, bro, is this a waste of time? Yeah. So it's just like, this feels like Daddy Cave. What the hell are we doing, bro? Hey, bro, people are going to be like, bro, where's the hell's the wrestling? We'll get to the
Start the
I came for
podcast.
the wrestling.
Trust me, fam.
That's gonna be me. It's 25 minutes. You guys
That's why that guy keeps asking for flipping timestamps. I'll give you the timestamps this
I
week.
had to start doing that. I had to start
Wow.
doing time. I do
stamps.
like a 3.5 hour podcast. I gotta
you
start
start
doing.
something.
I gotta start doing
Yeah,
timestamps.
yeah,
So I started doing that.
Yeah, you got to start doing timestamps, bro. But yeah, man. Thanks, bro. Thanks for your kind words, man. Always, I feel like you always give us kind words to give us the.
Listen, I have to because I admire your show and I love doing your show. The only downside is how far you guys did move the show, but I still always have love. No, it's not negative. I love this space. It's clean.
It's
The
much
equipment, it's much better than the last
Put your hands
place.
up in the sky. Put your hands up in the sky.
I thought we were doing Joe Hendry. Nah, listen, it's you guys. I always big you guys up. Every time I think of like a podcast, I'm like, the reason why I asked for me instead to do it together here is how much fun we have here. I remember when I went and said you have to go on wrestling when you come to the UK, and when he did, I was like, how'd you feel? Was it like what I told you? I was, yeah, man, it's just like you're a family, and it's like you could be yourself. And no offense, I do other platforms. I don't feel as free as I do like right here, right now with you guys. It's like I don't have to. Not that I perform or anything. I'm always authentic.
Code switch.
Even code switching, I break the code, bruv. You know what I'm saying?
Break the code down.
Exactly.
Break down the code.
Yeah, code breaker, man. No. Yeah, even when I have to do that a little bit, because even then, some people are idiots. Like, I don't understand what you're saying. I said, I know I'm East London, but come on, I did performing arts, so there's a little
I have to
RP in my
change my
speech.
tone.
I'm not,
There's a
I'm
little
not illiterate.
exactly.
Trust me.
And I also do radio, so I also got a radio
There you
voice. as
go,
well.
The
man.
ASMR.
Talking about it.
Listen, it's right here. My partner yesterday did say, "Oh, you started off a bit fast and then you eased into it." I was like, "Really? Yeah." I was like, "All right, cool."
Next time.
Yeah, I nearly forgot where I was. Listen, I got a radio voice. I can switch it up. I can code switch as well, and I can make it feel very nice. We're here to talk about wrestling. Anafi, well, go on. What are we going to talk about?
Sounds like a man lotion.
Let's jump into the
jump into
podcast.
wrestling, yeah.
Hey, big up SP3, big up Sat that we've got today on the sofa.
Always a pleasure having you guys on the
Big up
podcast.
Sam Oladell who couldn't make it.
Yeah.
Let's jump into Night of Champions, man.
Sure, no, let's go back to SmackDown. That promo with CM Punk and John.
Oh,
Yeah.
Punk-a-nomics.
Yeah, Punk-a-nomics.
What are we thinking, boys?
Sid, he doesn't seem happy about it.
I personally think it was like as a rebuttal to what John Cena done the week before, and I know it's like mocking each other, but it was rubbish as a rebuttal.
It was
sort of
bad.
thing. Yeah,
It was a bad segment as a go home segment. It was a bad segment as far as building and putting butts in the seat for the matchup, and it was an awful rap. He fumbled.
crowd.
He fumbled so many lines,
good.
and I had people responding to me like, "Oh, he's mocking John Cena. That's how John Cena used to rap." I was like, "No, John Cena knows how to rap.
Yeah, John Cena never fumbled. I don't remember him
He
fumbling
didn't
nothing.
fumble that. He didn't fumble like that."
Him in the Big Show, that Big Show feed, he was dropping bars, bro.
And they was like, "Oh, he's mocking him." I was like, "You want to see a right way to mock John Cena? Go back to 2003 and see Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle,
Yeah,
that
that
was
was good,
how
yeah.
you are corny, but you're embracing the corniness of it
you're
all.
mocking.
You got Brian Hepner doing a beatbox
Yeah.
at the same time.
that was
Like
sick.
that is the proper
That's-
way to do a
This is a joke,
thugonomic.
guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
My name's
honest.
Kurt Angle.
Back in the day, Kurt Angle was good at doing stuff like that.
Yeah, of course.
Because even Shawn Michaels on his own when he bought Shay Martel.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
That's his
Yes.
bag. That was
Yes.
Kurt Angle's bag.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sexy Kurt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. But
Yeah.
I think because I watched it the night after and I watched it with my kids and stuff. I watched wrestling with the kids now. It's very nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I actually enjoyed it. Do you know why? Because I love
Don't worry,
one, the
I
music got
vibes
me.
a bit.
The music got me. And then when you
Oh,
actually
yeah, I
got
got
into it,
that,
I was
yeah.
like, oh, this is actually cool. Like Punk's actually taking a piss out of John Cena and stuff.
If you watch it back, I feel like this is the most uncomfortable Punk has ever looked.
Yes.
Like in terms
Because
of
I think
awkwardness.
that's the whole point.
I don't think it was the point. I just think he's uncomfortable because he doesn't rap, and he's now being forced to do a rap, and it started well, and then he started fumbling things and pronunciations and stuff started going, and
Oh yeah, it
was
did.
fun, man.
It did.
And the lines weren't that good. If you actually think about it for a second, I would be mad too if they hired my ex. They have Punk.
No, but it's one of- it's one- no, come on,
Yeah.
it's- But we know
It's true.
Punk's not a battle rapper. We know Punk can't rap, but it's just probably spoon fed. I think
yeah,
what
no, I
kind
know.
of threw me off was the whole Kendrick and Drake thing. I was like,
Oh,
I don't think you need to say that.
why does this company not understand what Kendrick and Drake was about? They don't understand
I
it,
feel like
and they
that
keep
was-
using it.
Yeah.
Especially Punk. He's the biggest. He did the whole Euphoria thing
Yeah,
that somebody
I
made.
hate the way you do walk. I hate you talk. I was like, yeah, you don't need that. You
It's
don't
like,
need that.
dude, you are not Kendrick Lamar.
They
Let's
used to think,
be real. You
they
are
used
not
to
Kendrick
think that's the whole issue. We used to think he was.
Yeah.
We used to think he was like, was it voice of the voiceless? Kind of like how Kendrick Lamar is. It's kind of like, but the thing is, the comparison would have worked back in 2009. It's just that he's not Punk of old. That's the issue.
He's Phil Brooks.
He's Phil Brooks now. It's Phil Brooks playing the part of CM Punk.
Yeah.
That's what it is now. And
Are you talking in terms of like him going Saudi and all that sort of stuff? Or you just talking about-
everything, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
His WWE run just feels very weird. And to go what Anafi was saying, I didn't really have that much of an issue with the rebuttal for the simple reason of everything we wanted him to say in a promo, he said in that first exchange. So I said, what do you do? Sid said, attack him, beat him up. I was like, fair enough. It should have been an attack angle. But if you're not going to do an attack angle and you want him to do a promo, this is the
way,
best.
yeah. And it's fun. It's fun as well. It's entertainment.
Not even just that.
fun, bro.
This is the thing you have to remember. This is a company that loves moments and accolades. This is going to be a video package in a few years to come.
Is it? I've already entered it. In my head, it's already edited.
Right?
I've got the effects and everything.
Smackdown moments. They're
There you
going
go.
to exaggerate
There you
it. Smackdown 10,000 moments. Number 85. John Cena or CM Cena. You know, like they're gonna do it. Punk-a-nomics. Yeah, Punk-a-nomics.
I think they found themselves potentially in a hard place because it's like you expect Punk to come with a fire rebuttal after the Cena angle, but at the same time, they probably don't want another pipe bomb or something akin to a pipe bomb because it's like it erases the pipe bomb. So it's like they went the total opposite direction, but it just didn't really work.
The pipe bomb is ineffective anyway. It's overhyped.
The pipe bomb was never carried out by CM Punk.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, no, but what I'm trying to say is he's kind of erased the effectiveness of it. It was great at the time. I'm not saying
because of what he's done after.
Yeah.
Cody
Rhodes
Rhodes delivers on the pipe bomb.
Yeah. When you watch
Not
it now,
CM Punk.
that's what I meant. I'm not saying I loved it. At the moment, again, I was watching wrestling when it's crap. So it's not like, oh, it brought me into wrestling. I was like, oh, this is great. People might like wrestling again.
I remember I was in the Bronx and I was showing people on the street like that pipe bomb promo. Yeah, it was like that. It was like that. Like the people that would only be in front of my building talking basketball, they were talking about the CM Punk pipe bomb during that whole week after it happened. So.
Then they booked it like how Triple H books everything. The moment it was great, but the follow-up is trash.
The immediate follow-up was good because the immediate follow-up is Money in the Bank, the original pipe bomb.
But I'm saying after that, this one, he was gone for like 3 weeks, so they could have milked it. Then they rushed that return. Anyway, we talked about it already, but to wrap it up here, Punk-a-nomics, it was cringy in parts. But I felt like there was no other way to go unless, like what SP3 said, is just do a heat angle where he just attacks him to up the stakes, to make it more bloody. But if he was going to do another promo, you can't have the same. He already said everything he needed to say.
The moment is come out with the Thug-a-nomics theme, because I love the Thug-a-nomics theme. So I was happy to hear that. And Punk looked hilarious when he comes out with the drug-free and everything. That's the moment. You don't need to do the rap. If you're not going to do the rap properly,
it takes off enough that he does that.
Yeah,
gets everything takes off, then he turns serious.
He could have done 4 bars and then just hit him with the microphone. Like that would have been a lot more effective than he did. He did not do 16 bars. He did 32.
It went on for far too long.
32.
The first 16 were actually decent. Like he delivered it to it, but then he has to probably start remembering the rest. Like it went too long.
You know what? You're right. He could have just done an entrance and said, Cena, you see how easy it is to get pop? You see how easy it is to be you? And then just beat him up. You know, them ones like, I don't need to be you. You know, you're right. He could have just done with it with the Jeff Hardy thing, which is come out, you know, do the psychological mind games. Oh, Jeff Hardy's not really gone, wherever. That's what it was. And then he cut a promo as himself. He tried to cut a promo to do like a Cena, because Cena did a him, which I understood. In theory, as a working practice, I understand it. But in terms of execution, it was wonky. But at the same time, this company, I know they love moments and accolades.
They're moment merchants.
So this is going to be a moment that they're going to brag about. And kids who are watching today, you'll be like, shut up, kid. It's for them. They're going to talk about it when they're 16 and to 20 years old. And like, oh, this is great. That's their pipe bomb, LOL.
Surely that cannot be their pipe. Surely not.
But Lloyd, you watched it with your kids.
Yeah.
Nice moment, nostalgia. You got the music and stuff. When you get home, your boys are asleep. Watch it again. Watch it again and tell me what you think.
Watch it again and I still enjoyed it. I don't
Fair enough.
I don't know. I don't know where. For me, I don't know what I can get angry at because I knew what I was getting myself into. I'm seeing CM Punk take the piss out of John Cena because John Cena took the piss out of CM Punk the week before.
Yeah.
And
if
there was an attack angle on it, I'm now thinking about the next day. How does it pan out? Does that now? Because I just feel like if Punk attacks him straight away, I know Cena's winning the show. Obviously, Cena's gonna win anyway.
He's gonna win anyway.
I know it'll be an easy match.
He's gonna win anyway.
I know.
Just
be easy.
for me, just give me a promo. Like, just give me stay within your wheelhouse. But that's what he's best for. Let's be completely honest. Like, I think Cena said it in one of his promos. Your biggest moment was 14 years ago for 7 minutes.
Yeah.
That is CM Punk. So don't step out. Now you're 40 odd something. Stay inside the box. Like, stay there and deliver your best work.
And he didn't just cut. Cena didn't just cut the pipe bomb. He low blowed him, hit him with a title, put him through a table. And your response was, I'm gonna do an alpha rap.
Yeah.
You have to look at it in the context
The
of
Saudis,
the.
it's not the same.
It's not the
It's
same.
for the Saudis, isn't it? The Saudis.
But they didn't even react to half of the lines.
They didn't even react to Jade Cargill winning. They didn't react to that. Was
Let's-
no,
yeah,
that,
yeah.
that okay. Yes, should get that champion.
Okay, so
That
they were
funny.
booing Jade Cargill from SmackDown.
Why?
Because she's black. I thought, oh, whoa, we were about to beat around the bush. Sorry. Yeah, is it because she's browner than them? I don't know.
You think?
No, but no.
I
Okay,
don't
get
think so.
Say, go, what did you say?
I was gonna say, yeah, Jade has been miscast. She's got no good character.
Thank you.
Like, there's nothing to invest in her. Your reason may very well be a reason as well.
No, it's
But,
not.
like,
It's not. That's not the reason. Because what did they chant at the end of Jade and I said, did you hear them? We want Naomi.
Okay. Yeah.
They're asking for a black woman. They're asking for the black woman that's actually doing good work.
Yeah,
No,
that's
but
true.
there's I can invest in Jade Cargill because she looks amazing. She's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's my investment.
Yeah.
So you're
But, but
Okay.
and she
But that's the problem. Because presentation, beauty, everything,
she's improving
and then
it. She's
we
improving.
all draw the line.
No.
Is she improving?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen.
Is she?
Yeah,
Oh,
bro. I
come
think
on,
she's
come on,
improving,
come on.
man. Yes,
Okay,
they do.
okay. Let's do this.
I still haven't.
been
I've-
saying he's improving for
It's a long
4
time
years
story
now,
telling,
bro.
I have not.
years.
I have not seen her have a better matchup than the Chris Statlander match in her last match in AEW.
The match with
in
Nia.
WWE.
What about the match with Nia?
That wasn't good.
What, King of the Ring? The King of the Ring qualifier?
See, you don't even know which one he's talking
What are you
about.
talking about? King of the Ring
He's
qualifier?
talking about
That's
the
the
number
first
one
one.
contender
Yeah.
matchup from 2 months ago that no one remembers.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
No one remembers that, dude.
I
that
think
wasn't good.
That was a good. What?
That wasn't good.
What you mean? And then
The match of her and Naomi at WrestleMania was good. It wasn't that bad.
It was fine.
It was
It
alright.
was
It was
right.
fine.
It was right.
That's
It
a
was-
lie, George.
yeah, that's it.
Fine
Yeah.
is fine is
Fine,
one
yeah.
level below
Which is
good.
good.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha,
It's
bitch.
fine. It's
Again,
fine.
Sid, that's the issue. She's a fine wrestler, and it's okay to be a fine wrestler.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be Kenny Omega, okay? I want it to be Jade Cargill, a woman that's 5'10", statuesque, doing power moves. She needs to be more explosive, which I hope comes with time. The reason why I say that is one of my favorites. I say favorites. I love Nia Jax. The thing is, yeah, I've loved Nia Jax's aesthetic since day one, but in the ring she was trash. And then when it looked like she was getting there, you know, she started to pick up that feud with Bailey. Like, okay, she's starting to learn they put up on the main roster. And I was like, we're watching someone like train in real time, and she was not getting it because they didn't leave her get the reps that she needed. Then she got released. I don't know what happened that time. I don't know if she got secret wrestling. She went to a secret wrestling academy,
Rikishi was like, come with me, man.
right? Or Natty. Maybe Natty was like, "Hey, come to me and TJ."
People,
Yeah. Then she comes back. All of a sudden, she's not wrestling like a plodding Big Show or Great Khali. Someone's like, "You're gonna wrestle like Van Vader."
Vader.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Vader.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Because people go, "What's changed?" You're like, she's still clunky at times. What is now? She's explosive.
She's clobbering people.
And she lost some weight, so she's much more quicker.
Yeah.
She's now taking bumps. She never used to take bumps. Now she's like, you can throw me over the top rope. Now she's like, you can, you know what I'm saying? Now she's doing that thing she does with Naomi, where they're gonna go with it like a power slam thing, and they do the reversal. Now she's doing stuff, but I wouldn't say, oh, she's a great wrestler. I'm like, she's better than what she was before. There's like layers to it.
She's good.
Yeah, she's good. Yeah, but she's not great, and I don't mind that. I was like, I understand people's levels. So I appeal to that. So when Jade does something good, I'm like, look, it's much better than what you expect from her. And I don't think she's going to be great. Look at you pulling faces.
So there's him. You know, so I was about to say, I think Jade has improved.
Yeah.
And I think her power moves are her absolute strength.
Yeah.
I think it's the in-between, and you might know the lingo, obviously you man that are training. I think it's you know, those bits where you have to weave into the next sequence or the next thing.
Yeah.
That is where you can literally see her thinking.
Yes.
Like, and that's maybe where the weakness is. So as they always say, you know, hide the weaknesses, accentuate the strengths. Just stick to what she's good at. And that might lead to like a bunch of 5-minute matches and kind of looking like she's just squashing everyone. But they're within the next 12 months, they're going to crown this woman WWE Women's Champion.
Oh, fuck.
It's not even the next 12 months. It's going to be this year.
month.
Yeah.
It's going to be
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
year.
In August.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
going to be this
I mean,
year.
yeah,
and that's
obviously-
what I'm saying. She's not at that level. Her push is greater than her skill level. That's the
Agreed.
issue. Jade Cargill has always looked like a superstar. She's always looked like an action figure. She is one of the most aesthetically appealing women's wrestlers of all time. I don't think she's improved that much in being in WWE. I think I still see the person who does great power moves, who looks good on offense, but she doesn't get the in-between details.
Yeah.
She doesn't know how to make everything flow together and tell a story throughout her matchup. She can't really sell that well. So why are we booking her? And this is me not really critiquing Jade Cargill. This is me critiquing WWE because they have, like Meg said, they've miscast her as a babyface.
Yeah, big time.
They basically have neutered her as a overall character because we all want that bitch Jade Cargill from
Yes.
AEW.
Not the
and
Storm.
We're not getting that.
Not the Storm. We want the bitch.
We
We
want
want
the
the
Storm.
bitch.
The Storm. And they basically handicapped her because they should have started her in NXT.
Yeah,
Plain and
I
simple.
said that last week, didn't I?
Plain and simple. That's what they should have done. But like the Roxanne matchup in the semifinals and the Asuka matchup in the Queen of the Ring finals really showcase her weaknesses. What WWE has done is basically give us the modern version of Goldberg in WCW, Jade in AEW, and Goldberg in WWE in 2003. That is what Jade Cargill has become in WWE. They have highlighted her weaknesses and then basically put her strengths on the back burner.
And they're new to the promos as well, man. I miss her promos, man. Cut the shit, Tony.
The promo after she won Queen of the Ring of,
who-
don't let anybody tell you who you
know
are.
who you are.
You
know
show
who-
them.
Yeah.
The Saudi crowd like, what?
That's
The
what-
crowd are like,
That's what I was a bit perplexed. Like, cool, I get you guys are wrestling fans, but this is meant to be a big occasion, guys. Like, he's won the Queen.
First
Whether you
black,
like or
right?
not,
First black.
At
First
least,
black
at least-
woman.
at least- first black woman, at least have some sort of reaction, bro.
I'm
if it's
with
like,
you, yeah.
Even if it's like, ooh, or oh, even if you booed her.
I would rather them boo her. I
Bro,
would
you
rather
just
them
sat
boo
down
her.
and said nothing.
I'm
sorry, that's a bit weird, bro.
It was definitely quiet when she got that 3
Yeah.
count. When they got that 3 count, you heard every 1, 2, 3. You heard it perfectly because that crowd was absolutely in silence.
Bro, I couldn't believe it. I was like, bro, like, there's been matches we've watched, live, and the results happen. We're like, and we gasp.
Yeah.
At least have a gasp.
Yeah.
At least one gasp.
But the match ended, but I blame the way the match ended. It was legit, it wasn't 1, 2, 3. Not like 1, 2. It legit, because it looked like it was a beginning of a comeback and it just ended.
Yeah.
Because it's like Asuka's working on the leg and all she's getting a comeback and then 1, 2, 3. What?
But even that's more of a reason to gasp.
The pin
That's
situation
what more reason to
didn't
gasp.
help
Yeah,
either.
she botched the pin.
Yeah.
She botched the
'Cause she
finish
slipped
kind
off
of
the
as
pin.
well.
But that's
Yeah.
still more reason to gasp at this whole thing.
But
Swear down she won.
I don't blame-
To gasp is to care.
Yeah,
That's it.
No,
I don't
The
blame the crowd. They
the
gave them no reason to care.
The Undertaker streak ending for me was similar as well. It just ended.
No, but that was a gasp. I was like, what the flip?
Because you care.
No, I heard,
No, I keep on the comment as well. I was
listen,
like, swear down, yeah, she
listen.
But the Mandem that are there in Saudi don't care.
Revisionist history.
Riyadh Mandem don't care.
Listen, that's a revisionist history. No one cared about that feud and match. People thought, Taker's gonna win.
Take it,
Yeah,
Everyone was,
yeah.
It's revisionist history. It wasn't a hot crowd.
No,
People were
but-
like, Paul Brock, he's
Here
getting
where
buried.
I've come from.
All right.
That Undertaker and Brock Lesnar match, that's
Yeah.
me taking a long hiatus from wrestling. So when I came back, I watched that with Dell in my uni house. And when it happened, I was like, wait, what the hell?
But even
And
when
from a long
you
hiatus.
think back to that moment, when the pin happened, like the crowd weren't even on their feet when
Everyone-
Lesnar pinned it.
People gasped.
When the 3 count went down,
Yeah.
Gasp.
Yeah.
No, there
Even
was
if the match wasn't
there was a
entertaining-
silence because people thought that it was. I thought it was a botch.
A glitch.
Everyone thought it was a botch.
It said 21 and
And then
the streak.
and then
is over.
And when they put the 1, that's when you went the. And then poor him was overacting. Oh my god! Oh my god! Yeah, I was like, shut up, bro. Hit with a brick. Exactly. That's for me. It's like I wanted that streak ending to be a bigger moment because it felt like a botch. We were sitting there. The referee effed up. The referee effed up. I
Yeah.
swear that people got chanting,
Yeah.
"You effed up." It was just like the silence, and then like 1. It's not an F up, and then hit his music, and I'm like, this is weird.
And Brock Lesnar's just laughing.
It's because
Yeah.
it's the Undertaker at WrestleMania, and you know what happens.
Yeah.
He wins.
And that match was and that match was a botch as well because
Yeah,
you know
that
you-
match,
it-
Undertaker
concussion-
gets a concussion
yeah.
early on. Yeah.
So this is we basically compared it to the streak ending, but I love it. It is kind of like it's definitely silent, and I agree with you. She should always have gone NXT.
Yeah.
That I can never argue with because going to NXT,
You build yourself again. Like look at the likes of Jordan Grace. Jordan Grace, she's obviously come from TNA.
She doesn't need
She's
it.
got a mad CV.
Bro, she doesn't
But
need it.
She doesn't need it, but she's there.
But she feels like a
and
bigger star on
and she
NXT
puts- she
than
puts
she
her
would
name,
on the main
yeah.
roster.
I'm with you on
Stephanie
that.
Vicker said she wanted to go to NXT
Yeah.
to acclimatize herself to the WWE way, speak English a bit better before she came to the main roster.
Even for me, like my own preference, if I was starting off in wrestling and I offered to go to WWE, I'm starting for NXT because I want to build myself there. Become the man, win all the titles there. Because I know when I go to Raw and SmackDown, they're gonna treat me as a sideman. I'm not gonna win the titles there. Let me win the titles here.
Yeah.
Build myself here in this lovely.
But at the same time, for her to remember, so she was in WWE 2017. She went to trials. They offered her a contract. The bread wasn't enough, and she opted to go elsewhere. She don't need. She's
wealthy.
good.
She's
got
wealthy,
money.
bro. She's wealthy.
She's got money.
She did this for fun.
She don't need
She
it.
owns a whole baseball team, bro.
Right. So
Bro, her husband. That's what I'm saying. Her and her husband. Yeah.
baseball legend.
So
Listen, she made it.
when obviously WWE come knocking when she leaves AEW, it's like it's a bread thing immediately because I would have been here, but you know why I'm not here. So let's talk money. And when you pay her a certain amount of money, she has to be on the main show.
That makes sense.
I don't. Wait, you're saying that she gets paid more than Blake Monroe? Is that what we're being told?
Yeah, I would 100% say that.
Yeah.
Is it because she was the first?
No, because Blake Monroe, it's her dream. It's her dream, so I'll take the discount. It's my dream. It's my discount.
You say that, bro?
SP3, so he has something against people having dreams in wrestling.
I'm sorry. I don't. Wake the hell up. It's the wrestling business, not the wrestling dream. What the hell are you doing? You better get representation out here. What the hell are you doing?
Guys.
Stephanie McCare? I love Stephanie McCare. How dare you take a discount to go to WWE? They should have paid you off the bat.
No, but then what did you guys say? What did you guys say before? It's the bigger picture.
disgusting.
No. What did you say before the whole podcast started? It's the opportunities that come after. So she's the opportunities that come after. Don't say anything. Don't say anything.
Gotcha, bitch.
One word. 4 letters.
Stop. Oh yeah.
So even if Jade Cargill, I think the opportunities as well that come after as well. Like I'm looking at Jade Cargill in the next 5 years and in Hollywood.
Brother, she's already got to lead a role,
We
don't
said
she?
this last week.
Yeah.
There you go. So
So,
a lot of
I
these
mean,
stars.
like I say, we know that she's here for a good time and not a long time. She's cutting through. It's all the platform. Hopefully, she gets wherever she wants to go.
I'm not hating it. She's cut from the same cloth as Goldberg and Ultimate Warrior. People are like, you know what? I'm here for a good time, not a long time. I'm here for the money. And also, I still feel like someone like her, once she figures it out in the ring or figures how, maybe she's stretching herself too thin. Maybe, I don't know. There's someone that's had Bryan Danielson as a teacher. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, yes. William Regal. Maybe she just should have stayed in the factory for a little bit longer to mold her. But she's here now. It's kind of like we have to put up with what we see right now. But what I don't like is, as I said to Sid, I don't like the way people piling on her. People said that
It is a little much.
it's like Mercedes, but Mercedes got the catalog to back it up, to shut it up. Because it's Jade. It's like, ha. It's kind of like, it's almost like extra the dunking. I'm like, and again, because she's black, I don't care what anyone says. People say, oh no. And I said, I don't see you. You'll be like, poor, the way they treat Jade, it would be like poor Charlotte. She doesn't get the poor Charlotte treatment. They don't get poor Jade. You know, even poor Julia. I love Julia. But at least Julia's got shooters like that. I'm like, where's the Jade shooters at? Because Jade, it seems like Jade's got no shooters. No,
the problem with Jade has shooters, but they're girls that don't watch wrestling.
Yeah.
That's the problem. They don't know. Like a lot of like girls that that I know love Jade, they don't watch wrestling. So they don't really see what's happening on the internet. They just see Jade for who she is.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard.
It's just the expectation of a wrestler in 2025 when we've come from a place where they were just bodybuilders in the ring doing stuff. Like now with indies and everything we know, all the training schools available, people expect everyone to be a really, really good wrestler. Whereas someone like we're mentioning Goldberg a lot, and comparing her to Goldberg, people think it's an insult if you say she should just kind of get in her Goldberg bag, but ultimately Goldberg was one of the biggest draws in this industry.
Goldberg was doing a madness.
So there's no shame in being a Goldberg, really.
If you're gonna book her as a babyface, make her the female Goldberg. Don't make her sell for 75% of a matchup.
Yeah.
Also, another thing I was gonna say is, if China started wrestling today, she would not make it. The way people critique people, she would get the Stackhouse treatment. Should be Camilla. What was it, Brickhouse? Yeah, her name's Brickhouse. Stackhouse, Brickhouse, Suki Stackhouse. No, she's no Gladiator. She's an American Gladiator.
Camille.
Why is she not doing AEW?
American Gladiator.
Didn't she say some MAGA stuff?
No,
She did.
She did, but
She did.
she's also it's wrestling.
Yeah,
She's American Gladiator.
I think
American Gladiator.
Yeah, that's what she's doing now. But I think the rumors at the time was that because of whatever MAGA stuff, her and Mercedes didn't see eye to eye. Maybe
She shouldn't have been in Mercedes anyway.
their thing.
She shouldn't have been in Mercedes anyway.
What do you mean? No, but I felt okay. I felt like when they signed her, because I feel like I forgot when Camille was signed. Either
February of 2024.
I guess Mercedes after. I feel like Mercedes needs a heater. Get Camille.
And that was fine, but I just feel like it was going nowhere. Like, I'm used to people having heaters, yeah. Then at the end of it, it turns like a Diesel and Shawn Michaels situation.
Yeah.
It was never getting to that.
It was
never ever getting to that.
It didn't last that long.
Yeah.
It didn't
It
last
was,
that long.
it was a couple of months.
Like-
She went from being dominant. I swear I close my eyes and I open up and she's a bumbling fool like Raquel Rodriguez or something like that. She went from being present, I think because she had a match, and obviously she's in a work rate company. And they're like, her work rate's not that great. So they soured on her. They should have just let her. What got over in NWA, funnily enough for me, wasn't even her work. She was Nick Aldis's silent.
If she was gonna come in as a heater, she should have been the heater for MJF, not
I've been saying-
Mercedes Moné.
Bro, I said it. This was my plan. This is after they broke up her, Mercedes and Camille. I said, make her MJF's heater, recreate Wardlow, down to her dressing like Wardlow. As in, like, he only knows how to have, he's got a
suit
aesthetic,
and everything.
cut off suit, got holding the ring, ponytail bun up like Wardlow, everything to a T, and it would work because MJF, neither with Hurt Syndicate, but he strives as a guy, he needs a heater. That's why Sean Spears' best role was being that sniveling rodent for
that was-
MJF. The accountability, the counter buddy.
Accountability.
That was great because he had someone that he can bounce off. MJF is always great having someone to bounce off. And I feel like when he was by himself and he had his title, and I said, you need a heater. Yeah, it's not going to be Regal because we assumed Regal would turn heel, was going to be with MJF and that didn't turn to anything. But to go back to Camille Brickhouse Camille, China would get treated the same way. She would, if she went to AEW, she would get rinsed. WWE is a bit different because she did flourish in WWE, but that was a different time as well. It's kind of like that time there were no work rate. She was the bodyguard, beating up men.
Yeah.
Jade could be doing that. Jade could be someone's heater. She could debut someone's heat or whatever. But, again, it is where it is. We are where we are.
Yeah. I was another point I was going to raise as well. I just feel like when I look at certain people's tweets and the way some people act on Twitter, I just look at some people as like some of them are very immature. They're not even of age. Some of them haven't experienced certain things. For example, I think someone probably said Goldberg was shit or something like that. Or and I'm like, bro, how old are you guys? Like
They didn't watch.
They didn't watch it. A lot of them didn't watch
it,
this stuff.
man.
Or they'll mention a match from Japan that they've watched that I've never watched, but because it's talk of the town or the flavor of the week or the flavor of the thing, they will say that match just to show that they're very. And I hate that shit. I feel like wrestling should be like from your own gaze. No one enters the cinema and sits behind someone and be like, what do you think of the film, bro? The film is there. Watch the film. The film is there. Bro, so like I just feel like if you're seeing this stuff online, just block them, just mute them because
I do. That's why I never even though there's valid criticism to Jade's ring work, it's just that the level of the critique is a bit too much that it makes me repel. And I'm like, listen, when she does a sick switch up power bomb, I never see anyone. Why is no one clipping that? No one clipping.
But when I put online, I think I saw I think majority of the people that comment back were like bare black people saying, "This is amazing. Jade killed it.
Right?
Jade killed it." But I didn't see no one else talk about it as something because that was crazy.
When she does good things, it's crickets. It's only like a handful. It's only people that it's bad faith people are like, I didn't. Well, you should do that every week. I shut the fuck up.
And this is something that she's had to deal with even when she was in AEW. She was getting the same kind of criticisms. But what I've been really getting across this whole week is that WWE have done her no favors. They've done her no favors because what did Triple H say in that press conference? Oh, she'll be on when she's ready. So that's why there was a big spotlight on every time she made a botch, every time she doesn't have a good matchup, we are gonna go back to what Triple H said. Oh, we're keeping her off until she's ready. Now she's ready. She's on TV, and they did a good job by putting her in a tag team, having Bianca work most of the time, and she comes in for the hot tag. That worked for her.
That was cool,
That was good for her. But now that she's on her own, it's a big spotlight on everything that is her weaknesses, and WWE is just putting it front and center by having her in matches where she's only taking 35% of the match. That match with Asuka, she did 6 moves. 6 moves. I counted them. I counted each and every one. I was like, there was a choke slam, there was a sit-out powerbomb, there was a pump kick, and there was Jaded. And maybe 1 or 2. Maybe a clothesline or 2. I don't know, but that was it.
There you go.
It was a real match of like 2 halves, and the commentator said it. Like Asuka dominated the first half, then Jade came through, finished the match. Like if you're going to persist with the babyface thing, we need to feel sympathy, especially with this angle she's in with Naomi, because we already know what's going to happen. Naomi's going to cash in, people on her probably, and people are going to celebrate it.
She's going to cash on SummerSlam.
Yeah,
but there's going to be no sympathy.
But Jade Cargill versus Tiffany Stratton, I feel like in a New Jersey, New York situation, that has all the makings to be hijacked by people saying we want Naomi from the minute go. Because Tiffany is a one-note babyface who just comes out and says Tiffy time. Tiffy time. And the build to this match is not going to be good. It's not going to be good because Jade is being handicapped as a promo because she's a much better promo than what she's shown in WWE. And Tiffy is very one note with her promos. So you're going to need Naomi to come out every single time that they have any type of promos against each other.
Yeah. And Tiffany is one note with a promo, but it was better when she was a heel. But as a babyface, it's even more glaring. And I don't even blame her for it. Is the issue was she got over because she's blonde and, you know, Australia, they're like, oh, you look like us. We love you. Because that Elimination Chamber response, she should have never been a babyface. Because we've been covering her since she debuted in NXT. Because we used to do NXT 2.0. That used to be her job to watch that show. So we feel it's like one of our own kids seeing them grow up. So we know what her strength is. She's not a likable person. Even when you're trying to find something. What can we? She's not girl next door. Look how she's built.
So now we're gonna get 2 people going up against each other for their match at SummerSlam that have been miscast.
Yes. 2 miscast, 2 diesels.
Basically, yeah. So wait, who's coming to save this then?
Naomi.
All right. So she's the only person that's really going to be benefiting from this.
Good.
Like, couple years ago, we were saying that she deserves better. So at least something good's coming out of this. You know,
they stumbled into something because I don't think it was meant to go this well. It was, she was meant to be a pin eater for Jade, and then
you talking about Naomi?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't believe it. I feel like because it's the power of the crowd. If her promos weren't getting over and she's getting crickets when she's coming out, even now, if she was getting crickets, they'll be like, oh, let's pivot. It's the fact that she showed a layer of herself that some probably forgotten or never seen before. Because we know Team Bad Naomi when she used to be with Tamina. We know that Naomi can be bad when she wants to be. But they're now letting her go to the next level. And also there is like some critique that they're making a one-dimensional villain with the ha 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 ha. I don't mind it because she's so entertaining that it's kind of like taking a and don't forget, she's an Uso. They're not to take one nugget and then squeeze it into something. And she deserves it as well. She left the company. People thought she was crazy leaving TNA because they treated her like the star. Undefeated to this day.
I honestly did.
She's still undefeated.
I've been waiting for this because I'm thinking, why did you leave again? Like what?
That character, no offense. I like Glow Naomi. I think the highlight was when she came back to the Rumble, she had that natural hair. That was the highlight. Yes. But when she came back with Glow, I was like, I love the character, but I want heel Naomi. I want to see what you can do. And now we're seeing it. She's cooking. Proceed with caution.
Even like the whole like promo vignette stuff she's been doing when she's laughing in the camera, looking very like that stuff as
the
well.
razor blades, the caution tape. I am
the
all
music,
in.
everything. Yeah.
Even like have the rock music. I was like, wait, did they give it a wrong song? I was like, yo.
I think that's awesome though because I like the fact that we can see a black person move away from black culture and have their character do something else, sort of thing. Like, I think that's why I'm a big fan of this Jasper Troy in NXT.
That's my boy.
I'm a big fan. The monster. I'm a big fan of him because like he's not coming out here doing the culture stuff. Like he is just a wrestler. Like
He's-
he's coming to body man. Like
He's Black Abyss.
I was going.
great. That's a great comparison.
I was waiting for my hand to go off to say that because even when he does the what do you call it, the big boss man,
Black Hole Slam.
Yeah. wicked.
I love that move.
Yeah.
When he does it, it's like, that's Abyss, man.
Yeah.
Even him wearing a shirt is Abyss-esque.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah, the whole
Even though I was a bit annoyed because I feel like if you watch LFG, they had a whole arc of him taking off the shirt.
Yes,
Yeah.
Because Gunther was the first one saying, "Why are you wearing a shirt? You're a big man. Show like
Yeah.
your the
he should
presence."
be the shit I go to now, man.
Yeah, and no. He got into great
He
shape
lost
as well.
bare weight.
Yeah,
he did.
and then
weight.
he put on the shirt. So I got confused. I was like, "But you look great though. Your
Yeah.
pecs are pecking, bruv."
I need to watch the shit back, man.
Well,
Yeah, that's my
LFG.
guy.
LFG, yeah.
That's my guy
LFG
right
is
there.
great.
I got
Season
to
one,
interview
yeah.
him, and he's a cool dude. He's
Yeah.
a really cool dude.
Yeah.
He's a father as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
emotional. Gunther's right. So he'll show it in his
And
face.
he
Yeah.
admits it now. He says
Yeah.
that's his one like kryptonite. He said it's his emotions.
Boo boo
and-
face.
Yeah, when he
Yeah.
becomes champion, watch with the boo-boo face.
Yeah.
If he got the title.
He's
He'll be like-
the day he's told he has to lose a title, you're gonna see the lose face.
Yeah.
100%.
Before we get to AEW, I just want to talk about what happened at NXT yesterday. You forgot to what Hikileo.
Oh,
Sorry, you
yeah.
haven't done the full. Yeah, do your full
the
breakdown.
90
Sorry,
minutes.
yeah.
I'm looking at the time. Jumping. Yeah.
Well, yeah, Cody, King of the Ring, as well as Jade winning Queen. What do we think about that?
Decent match, but I kind of like a bit.
You fell asleep.
I think, do you know what it is? I'm tired of Randy Orton teasing this whole thing of like, I need to turn crazy to do this move. Bro, just be a bad guy. I don't understand. Like, I don't think Randy Orton should ever be a face.
I think
and anti-hero.
Okay, anti-hero, that works.
I think where he is in his career now, it works good that he's kind of like
He has
just
to tap
getting
into it.
the love from the fans,
Yeah.
and he's like he uses it as I was tapped back in the day.
I'm a born-again
but now
Christian.
I'm
I'm a born-again Christian,
I'm a
yeah.
father. Like I have to set examples. Like
yeah.
I do like that, and I do like the teasing of I gotta go crazy. But like at the same time, you don't do it too much because then it becomes cartoonish.
That's
you
what I'm
know?
saying. That's what
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like. I'm
But
like, bro,
now,
okay.
like he's lost King of the Ring twice.
Yeah.
That's like the one main accolade he hasn't. Main accolade, but he hasn't won it. And him and Cody, obviously Cody was his younger in it,
Yeah.
and now Cody is excelling. Like he's got all the grounds for a
he'll
turn.
turn,
yeah.
So they're
The
doing it
proper
the right
way,
way.
yeah.
I would say. Like
I thought it was the best match on the show too.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
he was great at selling the back, that whole sell
Yeah, that
when
was-
he did
yeah.
the
The
superplex,
superplex.
and he's like,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
That's
Orton still got
veteran,
that.
real
He still
veteran.
got
Yeah,
that
man.
in his bag. So I enjoyed that one the most.
He is to the kids of today. And that sounds crazy. He's the Undertaker to them.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Listen, Undertaker was the same thing because he's been there for a while. He's a legend. He's this, he's that. I guess so. He's the only one that's left.
Yeah.
He's got the same aura. It's like he's been there through every single era there is. So that's why.
Him and Ray, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can argue Rey Mysterio took a break.
Randy's never been sacked.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he never left.
Yeah.
Randy and Kofi have never been sacked.
Yeah, Kofi
Yeah,
said
yeah.
it. That's what Kofi said. He's been in the company longer than Rey Mysterio. People, your maths are wrong. Goes, no.
No.
He started showing receipts. He goes,
Yeah.
he left at this
He
time.
left.
When how
Rey
many years?
Mysterio was up
Yeah.
all in, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
the original All
That
In,
guy was
yeah.
in the main event.
He was in
of
he
the
was in
original All
Lucha
In.
Underground, Ultima
Yeah,
Lucha.
yeah.
And Kofi said, I'm still on my original contract. He's on his second contract.
Mad.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? I'm on the continuation of my original contract. This guy left and he signed a new contract. So you start all over again, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I love how he said it. Someone goes to you crazy. He goes, no. I've been here longer.
He's a real OG. Bro. The only time is when I think when AEW was about 2019, 2020, when he like flirted, like I
Oh,
might
yeah,
go
go-
over
go-
there,
go-
but it's
yeah,
only to
yeah,
get a
yeah.
better contract
For his
here.
son.
Yeah.
He got
For
a
his
tour
son.
bus and stuff and everything.
Yeah.
So he just played the game, really. But yeah, he's always been there.
Yeah, he's loyal. He's loyal now.
I'll be real with you. The match was good.
Yeah,
He's
I like that match the most. I like the Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez.
Yeah.
I thought they exceeded
Yeah.
expectations.
I've got
the
a bone
most.
to pick. I've got a
With
bone
whom?
to pick. I've got
Go
a
on.
bone
What, the
to
With
table
whom?
spot?
Nah, on the table spot, bro. I've been taught from wrestling training, or even just wrestling anyway. Yeah, if this is a street fight, street fights are birthed from two people hating each other.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
If we're having a match where we hate each other, why are we starting off with a thingy elbow tie up? Elbow tie up.
I agree with that.
That doesn't make sense to me.
That's fair.
If I hate you, we're gonna look at each other and we're gonna run. First one to get a weapon hits each other. You see it? It's that sort of hatred I need, bro. Like street fights should always be deadly and scary and like this person's gonna die. why are we doing over?
Well, maybe
I agree
the
with that.
stipulation is wrong then, because you're right in what you're saying, but we haven't told that story enough between these two on TV to get to the point where the matches start like
You're
that.
right,
So
you're
they
right,
should have
yeah.
really just had a regular match.
I was
Yeah,
baffled that they got a video package, yet Karrion Kross and Sami Zayn been feuding since January. Didn't get a package.
That's true.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, blame the agents, blame the producers, because they never get the blame. Wrestlers get the blame, but who's in charge of the layout and structures? The agents. They're the ones saying you're gonna start with a collar and elbow tie out. Because usually the agent will be like, you're gonna be at ringside, you're gonna wait for her behind the curtain, then you're gonna pulverize her. If they did that, that would be lit. I'd be popping. I'd be like, oh my gosh.
It's like, this match is kicked off.
Raquel come out, right? They did the whole history about Liv, and she got the tag team titles, blah, blah. You wait her, she's hiding around the corner. This is my brutality. She come out, and you wait for her. When she does a stomp, you attack her. Camera close up. Man, that would have been sick, right? That would have been the whole Beely.
I think this is the one thing that in men's wrestling, they get those little bits. And I think maybe men are, what's the word? Maybe confident enough to maybe rebuttal to the producers. Like, this doesn't make sense. Let's do this.
I saw Cody and Cena during WrestleMania.
But Rhea Ripley should be at that point where she
I agree.
speaks up now.
Yeah.
Because you're a big star. You're like top 5 in this company.
Right?
You need to speak up and say
She
that.
did a great promo about how she lost all her friends and stuff like that, and then she goes on TV.
And they
Bianca.
They did not even acknowledge that
Oh,
promo.
the backstage
that
promo.
promo was fantastic.
That was incredible. It wasn't mommy this, mommy that.
this is
that
after
was
she lost the
real.
title?
Yes. One of the best
And
promo
then
I've
they gave
ever
us
seen.
Shishi the next week on TV, bro. Yeah.
She was
That was
doing
a great
this. She was
promo.
like human, relatable. I was rooting for her because up until then, to me, she's still a heel. She injured Liv Morgan. So I was like, Liv, you are well within your rights to ruin this woman's life. And when Raquel came back, Raquel, you lost the tag title because it's lady. Because the way she did the video promo, you came back and you turned up. No, tell the whole story. This girl was tag team champions with her tag partner. You made her tag partner injured, so she lost the tag title. And then you beat her up as well. Raquel was the babyface in the feud. Even to this day, the whole Iyo thing and because the way they're booking her, it's not, I love Rhea, but the way they're booking her is abysmal. For example,
the women's division in general is
abysmal.
I was going to use this as a segue to just say Evolution is absolute bollocks.
This is the most here, nigga, damn. PLE ever.
That's it, bro.
Ever.
That's it. It's like you lot are so concerned with what AEW are doing. We're slamming bare pay-per-views down. You've walked out of one pay-per-view and it's like, oh, we've got 2 weeks to build the other one. Here, nigga, damn, like, take this. Like, it's literally that.
And you know what's so annoying? It's really like, well, it's happening in a couple of weeks. And so they got Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce on camera. This match, that match, this match, battle royals, 2 battle royals, fatal 4-way tag team matches. That is the build, you know. Not even like a concrete feud, not even a manufactured Nikki Bella and Ronda Rousey feud.
Even the whole like on what happened on Raw on Monday where Rhea Ripley came out first and after Iyo Sky came out, and that's one thing I hate. I hate that champions. I hate when champions
issuing challenges. The
I
champion
prefer-
that ain't defended the title since WrestleMania.
Because it didn't make sense for her to choose Rhea Ripley. She literally did a promo the week prior with Asuka saying, we've always talked about having a match since we in Damage Control. Your best friend, the person you came up with in Japan, Kairi Sane, at least she had 2 victories on TV. You could have chose her. Why are you choose? I want to face the best. You mean the woman that's never beat you before? That's the
5
best?
times. 5 times.
I mean, I could go into the minutiae of this and be like, Rhea lost in the Queen of the Ring, so why does she get a chance? And Asuka lost in the final, so why should she even be in the discussion? Like, people that didn't make it to qualification Queen of the Ring, if anything, if they want to do a little fill a feud, those are the names that should maybe be being discussed. Like, Nia Jax on the other show lost her Queen of the Ring qualification and walked into a title match on SmackDown against Tiffany Stratton.
Because they got to do 46 Tiffany Stratton versus Nia Jax matches this year.
So it's literally like Queen of the Ring means nothing because I can lose in the qualification and still get a title match before the final of the Queen of the Ring tournament and SummerSlam.
And the lady who won Money in the Bank, why is she not challenging for the title? Just like, without needing to cash in. Because I remember Edge didn't need to cash in. I know he won the Gold Rush tournament, whatever. But
Seth Rollins, when he was Money in the Bank holder, he had the triple threat with
trial
Brock
match with
Lesnar
Cena
and John
and-
Cena.
bingo.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
stop telling me this is the best division in wrestling. Show me.
Thank
Like,
you.
show me.
NXT show you.
No,
No.
It's not that I don't agree. Like, I agree,
you're
but
gonna
like,
do
you
it.
have to show me. Like,
When NXT be saying it now, it comes up so hollow because you lost Stephanie McCare.
Okay, no, but I'm talking about before.
Julie,
Okay,
yes.
I'm talking about
When they were
before.
saying it
Yeah,
before, they
yeah,
meant
yeah,
something.
yeah,
But
yeah,
when
yeah.
Blake Monroe said it in that promo, I was like,
will
I
go.
don't believe you. You need more people.
When she said that,
I was like, nah.
and when she said it, I'm here to sign with the best women's division in the world. Is that in the contract? Okay, now you sign. Go say the words.
now you say that.
Say
yeah.
the lines. Nah, I've signed with the best women's division in the world. And when Jordan Grace says, Jordan, no, you know you came from the best division. You know,
I
man.
think WWE have like top to bottom, just looking at all of the women that they have across all shows. It's fantastic, yeah. But you have to show us and you have to book the thing like you care. Like Evolution should ultimately be these women's WrestleMania. Like it doesn't have to be like 40,000 people. If you're gonna have 15,000, that's cool. But like book it like you care at least, man. Like 2 weeks build.
Counter.
Bar Bailey, Becky, and Lyra, which is like the only
Yeah,
real
interesting,
story
yeah,
going
interesting,
in.
Yeah.
They're about to throw 5 other matches on that card. Which,
I have to
you
say,
know,
if anyone from WWE's Book of the Year is Becky Lynch. Book of the Year. She booked
The
her
GOAT.
own feud. She booked her own feud.
The GOAT.
yeah.
As soon as she came back in, that Intercontinental title's going on the main PLE. No longer sitting in the crowd.
Yeah.
Remember, that used to be Lyra.
Yeah.
Intercontinental champion.
She's like, I come back, I want to make this title.
Right? She made the title.
We get a Mike Tyson shot. We got Mike Tyson audience.
you lot created a flipping 2 women's mid-card titles, and neither of them made Mania. You made those titles this year.
Yeah.
How do you want us to care about it?
And they got a show called Night of Champions.
And it had 2 champion matches out of what, 6?
Yeah.
Okay, this is when
yeah.
we're gonna get to business because, bro, back in the day, now champions had every single belt on
Bro,
the
Yes.
yes.
Every
yeah.
belt
Even
must
though-
be defended.
on the night. I can't lie, VKM done. He done a man.
You know what? You know what the crazy thing is? Last year, yeah, this was actually called King of the Ring. The
it
pay
was,
was
yeah,
actually
yeah.
So why didn't they just do the same thing?
I know.
Yes.
I know. I don't know. I don't think the low buy rates or whatever it is, but this is the guy allegedly been fighting to King and Queen of the Ring back. Got it back, and I was like, yeah, I'm not doing it again this year.
Is Xavier Woods?
Huh?
You talking about Xavier Woods? Or-
No, Triple H. Because
Triple H. He
been wanting to bring it back for ages. It was Vince was like, nah.
And look how he booked it. He did nothing but fatal 4-ways in the first round.
That was so lazy.
Why? Not to give as many people as possible an opportunity, because then he could do interference and it's no DQ.
Yeah.
Because that's his go-to. Watch
yeah.
a episode of Monday. This week's Monday Night Raw had no interference. I was in shock by the end of the episode. I was like, wait, there was no DQs on the night?
he loves
No
the overbooking.
interference? Whoa!
Triple H
That's
loves.
amazing.
Triple H loves
At
it.
first, yeah, when they done the Bloodline rules, I was gassed for that. Like,
Yeah.
obviously at Mania, but I feel what's happening. Not the champions.
Yeah, Punk.
I can't lie. Seth made sense.
Yeah.
Because Seth is trying to ruin what Punk is doing, so I've just jumped.
Yeah.
But when Penta came and Penta was doing it, I said, what the hell are we doing here?
And mind you, this is after Seth took like 5 minutes to get down to
Yeah.
the ring. Then Penta did the Jeff Hardy, making the save from Matt Hardy. He's like,
No, that was a mistake. Bruh. Remember when Young Travis Scott came down to the ring? Yeah. At WrestleMania. It's like,
Feed.
Bro, the same thing.
He's
feed.
very reliant on these overbooked finishes, man.
Yeah.
It's becoming evident.
Don't get me wrong. At times, it's gas, adrenaline
Yeah.
through my soul. It works. But sometimes...
This is the thing. I think it's obviously, and if I was in attendance, it'll probably feel amazing
That's
at the
what I'm
time.
saying.
But it's like for everyone watching at home, when you watch it back, and when you start saying, "All right, this is how this PLE ended, this PLE, this Raw, this PLE," it's like, bro, like, no, why isn't it different? Why are they all the same? Like,
Because he's got no creative bone in his body. Even from back in his career, Hunter Hearst Helmsley was William Regal. D-Generation X, he hangs up Shawn Michaels. He's trying to ape his charisma.
I can't agree with you on that, man.
Then the game, my guy's watching too many ECWs. Shane Douglas is doing great.
yep.
The franchise, The game. All of a sudden, he's got a rasp in his voice. I'm like, Hunter, when did your balls drop? I'm like, all of a sudden, he's got a raspy voice. I was like, Hunter, you never had a deep voice like that. Now I'm going to talk like this, like Shane Douglas talk like this. And then Stephanie, you're going to dress like Francine.
And then Evolution. I'm going to be Harley Race and Ric Flair.
Yeah.
It goes on and on.
He was Ric Flair in 03, then it was Harley in 04.
I'm going to be real, yeah. This Triple H slander is going to stop right here.
Yeah, because I got like
He's my guy.
He's my guy still.
That guy was successful in everything he did.
I can't do this.
Were you asleep? Were you asleep when he was doing it?
Listen. Two things can be true at the same time.
two things can be true.
Two things can be true at the
But
same time.
I can't agree on Triple H not having a creative in his bed. That one I can't agree.
Wait. When you fell asleep in his matches, you mean that was successful?
What do you want match you talking about?
Listen, Triple H's batting average in matches is woeful. You watch a Triple H match, you don't know if it's gonna be good or bad because it's 15-minute long match.
If we go back to like, sorry, bro.
Yeah.
If we go back to like, so I enjoyed Triple H when he was like, from the millennium, like late millennium to like, 2004. That's when I was enjoying Triple H.
Yeah.
The rest of other stuff, I'm not
Likewise.
really...
I stopped enjoying Triple H after Evolution.
And I
Okay,
find
so
when
you're
he
talking about late 90s into
early
the
2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even a bit early 90s as well, when it was Hunter's Homes. That's when I first saw Triple H. I liked him then.
Well,
When he joined DX
like
and
he
stuff.
said, he was just caping off of William Regal with Hunter S. Helmsley.
He's had
When he was in DX, he was just caping off of
Shawn Michaels.
When he's on his own in DX, he's just being the new
Think about
Shawn
it.
Michaels.
You're right.
Can we say that for
But he was still
can we say
successful
that for-
doing it.
Can we say that for every single
He
wrestler?
He was still...
You're right.
Wait.
He was still successful doing
Wait,
it.
no. Actually,
There's nothing new under the sun.
Listen.
There is
Let's not do
nothing
this.
new under
I
the
was
sun.
there. When he was WWE champion, like, what the fuck?
What year?
99.
Yeah.
If it's Stone Cold, like,
Wait. As part of the corporation.
no. It wasn't. You're talking about the McMahon Helmsley thing. No, he brought back DX. Austin didn't think he was good enough. He was like, I'll drop the title to Mick. Mick, you give the title to him.
Yeah.
He didn't even win on SummerSlam because he wasn't rated like that.
Yeah.
He wins it on Raw, and then they do a weird feud where the babyface the heel him, he is going against a bag of baby faces. So they had a weird feud where the heel's been outnumbered. And then the Stephanie thing, that's when things picked up. But it was a Foley match. They put him in the match. I didn't care for him. I did the Foley match.
Yeah.
And then
2000, he was incredible.
Yeah, he was
I would not deny. He was 2000.
for 1
He
year.
was incredible. But then he gets injured in 2001.
And he's bigger than ever
He
before.
has that great moment in Madison Square Garden. That was all great. But was his WrestleMania match that good? No, it's considered one of the worst WrestleMania main events
the one him
of
and
all
Chris
time.
Jericho?
And the build,
Yes.
and the build was horrible.
Yes.
Him and Jericho, yes. Everybody says Rock and Hogan should have main evented that show. Yes, that's nobody remembers that matchup. 2002, 2002 does not get good until who comes back? Shawn Michaels comes back. Then he has a good feud with Michaels, and then he wins the world title, and it's the Reign of Terror. That is what he is defined by. No one you enjoyed that in retrospect. No one in the moment enjoyed that.
And then when he won the title at
No one
WrestleMania,
enjoyed it because your favorites didn't.
Did you
beat him.
enjoy
No.
Katie Vick?
Yes.
Wait, no.
Him versus
Fuck
Kane.
that.
When he took away
Was that
the
Junior Renato?
Okay,
Was that Junior Renato?
okay,
Yes, it was.
Okay, wait.
Katie
No,
Vick.
listen, not to age anyone here, yeah. But like when I watched
Age
all
me.
of that stuff, like I was young, innit?
I was
like
12.
Even the Booker T blatant racism, which
I
I
was-
learned
I didn't
later
think
on
what's
in
happening.
life. At the time,
I was
didn't.
15.
I
I was
deeped
disgusted.
it. I was 13 and I
I
was
didn't know.
disgusted.
And for you guys in
You're like a year
in
too
the
younger than me.
States,
Come on.
How old are you?
I think you
I'm
guys are more
25
kind
now.
of clued
I'm
up
32.
on
I was
racism
young.
and stuff like that in the States, innit? Like,
I did watch the feud too.
but yeah, for me, that whole Reign of Terror was excellent.
I enjoyed it.
Reign of- I will go
As
through
a
the Reign of
child.
Terror. Rob Van Dam is on fire.
R.I.P.
Who does he lose to? Triple H.
R.I.P.
His main event push, it has
Done.
to be delayed
Done.
for
Yeah.
4 years.
R.I.P.
Katie Vick storyline with Kane. When Kane is on fire, that killed Kane dead.
Take off your mask.
Then he loses the title to Shawn Michaels at Elimination Chamber. Great matchup.
great. That was
But
great.
then he wins it right back a month later. Then he has one of the worst feuds of all time with Scott Steiner.
Scott Steiner.
No, you're forgetting
R.I.P.
Scott Steiner.
R.I.P.
That's one of the worst.
R.I.P.
That's one of the worst feuds of all time.
I said R.I.P.
His
Then-
career.
Then he becomes a racist against Booker T
T.
and
R.I.P.
takes 23 seconds to pin him after a pedigree.
R.I.P. for a few
Then he
years.
feuds for 3 months with one knee Kevin Nash.
R.I.P.
That's what we had. I have PTSD from the Reign of Terror. I will go
Yes.
through everything with you. He
Yes.
kills Goldberg dead
R.I.P.
in that summer.
R.I.P.
Kills him dead with one knee. He's injured. Why do you need to beat Goldberg?
SummerSlam 2003 as well, bro.
Oh
and
my
he's wearing them
God.
disgusting shorts because I don't know.
Then
bicycle shorts.
he lets go. He's like, Goldberg, you can have the title for 3 months. Then he wins it right back.
in December.
my boy.
Chris Benoit wins the title at WrestleMania in a fantastic
one of the
match.
best matches of
Yes.
in WrestleMania.
Yes.
Best matches ever.
I am very neutral on everything.
Yeah.
I will tell you everything that was great. That match was great.
Yeah.
But Benoit's champion, who's main eventing most of the shows? Triple H and Shawn Michaels. And having a 47-minute Hell in a Cell that no one praises. No one
Exactly.
praises.
You fell asleep.
Exactly.
And I see the imprint Triple H has left on your life.
PTSD.
This is it.
A negative one.
Trauma.
You will always
Trauma?
remember his name. You will always remember his name.
I have little spurts here and there where I'm like, I appreciate this guy. And I think that 2000 era, because bro, as a kid, I don't think I understand. Like, I used to watch Triple H here, and I used to hate him. This guy actually made me hate him.
Yeah.
I've never hated anyone in wrestling other than Triple H at the
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
when he was
yeah.
part of the whole corporation with him and with Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
I hate the skin of Triple H.
He ruined wrestling promos as well. Wrestling promos is short and sweet, straight to the point.
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
But then again, evolution, innit? He evolved. He might. Well, he's probably like a disruptor. He probably evolved it, innit?
Evolved? No.
In terms of people having longer things.
No.
Wasn't The Rock doing these long promos?
No, Rock was funny, straight to the
Yeah,
point
he was
and
funny.
leave.
Oh, yeah,
though.
true.
It was entertaining. It
Let me
wasn't.
tell you,
It wasn't droning promos. The reason why it's called droning promos is because of Triple H.
Yeah. So
And then, I'm not done with the people he killed. He killed Randy Orton as well.
Yes.
Orton becomes the youngest reigning champion
Yeah,
of
yeah,
all
yeah,
time.
I remember.
And then they immediately turn on him.
Man said,
And
"Give
then
me
he
that
drops the title a month
killed him.
later. He
I'm sorry.
killed him dead.
R.I.P.
He
for-
kickstarted his career.
R.I.P. R.I.P.
He kickstarted his career.
Mick Foley once again kickstarted his
Yeah,
career.
Mick Foley
It wasn't
kickstarted-
Randy
yeah,
Orton.
backlash.
It wasn't Triple H. It was Mick Foley.
All right,
It was
you-
Mick Foley and the
He
Legend
was
Killers.
he was part of thing then, innit?
Okay,
It was
no,
part of Evolution.
listen,
It was part of Evolution.
you're on that. You know when you start a car, and then it goes on, vroom, vroom, and you think you're driving, and then it stops again.
I said
That was
sauce.
Randy Orton and Mick Foley. When Triple H comes in now,
No.
The car's been driving ever since.
No. Triple H gave Randy Orton a car that had no engine, no paint on it. It was just a physical car. And then Mick Foley came in and built the engine that was Randy Orton.
Bingo.
I mean, minus Randy's misdemeanors that stalled his career as well.
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
But he could have been a big time heel champion for a while. He was at the peak of his heel powers. But Triple H made him turn babyface and then killed his title run a month in. Then he holds the title for all that time. And then he has the great feud with Batista. I will go in he has great stuff in between all the stuff of him killing people. But the Reign of Terror is remembered as the Reign of Terror
It killed
for
wrestling.
For a
a reason.
reason.
It killed wrestling.
No, yeah.
It killed wrestling.
Like watching it now, knowing what I know, knowing the business, watching it back now,
He killed
I
wrestling.
said, this wasn't good.
Yeah.
It wasn't
It
good.
wasn't. It killed
But at the
wrestling.
time,
As a kid, I was gassed.
I was gassed.
At the time, I hated it. It was boring.
Nah, at the
I said,
time.
where's my
I hated it.
faves?
I loved Evolution. I loved
Where's my
Evolution.
faves? I said, where is Rock? Where's Austin? Come back,
That's
please.
the only time I stopped watching. I stopped watching
Really?
wrestling. Yeah, in my lifetime, the Reign of Terror is the reason I stopped watching.
How easy was it for you to watch wrestling back in the day?
I had a mate who used to record it, so I watch it during the weekend at his.
So So for me, I didn't have a chance to like watch wrestling weekly like that. So when I got it, I cherished it.
Yeah.
That's when I was watching the Reign of Terror. I was like, this shit is sick.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, even go, but sick.
Are you not depressed? He was winning all the time, and the matches were boring.
No, but I was enjoying
I
it.
was-
All I had, but I used to watch the shit all over and over again, bro.
Yeah.
I used to enjoy it.
And if you're not watching it week to week and you're maybe just watching pay-per-view.
Yeah,
So when I did get a chance to watch it on Sky, like I still appreciated it. But obviously, as a kid, I'm just watching wrestling for wrestling. I'm not watching it for the facts and
He
stuff.
beat everyone, and it was boring. He's boring. And they just all he had is cool music, and the music stops. And then he wrestles for 40 minutes, and I'm like, please stop.
Oh man, I don't really,
Okay.
Mate.
Undertaker and Shawn Michaels had 2 great WrestleMania matches, and he was like this. I can have a great WrestleMania match with Undertaker. So convoluted. He was meant to fight Sheamus, and he went, bun Sheamus, pedigree for a table. That should pay off. You and me, Taker. looking at WrestleMania sign,
End
and
of
then
an
the
era.
and then they wrestle at WrestleMania. No, that was the second time. That was
okay.
the third
They
time
had
in
two
total.
great matches. I gotta give them
End
that.
end of an era is my match.
It was convoluted to be a great match. When
Which
you
end of
watch
an
it, end of an era. Coming after,
End of an era. I think it's overrated.
Yeah.
I do think it's overrated.
that's a WrestleMania match. Like,
Yeah,
in terms of
yeah.
Overbook, like.
yeah,
is.
I prefer the first one because there was no pretense. It was a weird street fight because the referee was deaded for 20 minutes, wherever it was. I like that match. I like that match between them.
WrestleMania 17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first one they did was so convoluted. You could tell because Triple H is so insecure. His best friend is so good, so effortless at things. Even at booking, my guy Sean doesn't even know what he's doing. And it just works for him. My guy's like 5 women's matches. That's not even a logic for a booker because they're all like sexist. But he's like, oh no, 5 women's. How many have we had so far? 8 women's matches. My guy doesn't know what he's doing. But I'm vibing because he's not trying to be anyone. He's not trying to be Jim Cornette. He's not trying to be Jim Herd. He's not trying to be Dusty. Triple H is the one that's like he's so like Tony Khan is doing what he couldn't do. It's fuming. So that's why he's in Evolution too.
I think when it comes to Tony Khan and Triple H, they both have certain things which I'm like, it's like a puzzle, right? But they both got the wrong pieces and they keep like, it's not.
Yeah. If you put them together, they're a perfect booker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
So,
That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
So I feel like them two there are just, complete opposites.
But even, I mean, just to kind of speak about AEW, I feel like now, since they started running with this thing of where the best wrestle, it's like they found themselves.
The niche.
They've definitely found themselves again. Like they lost themselves. They're doing like a lot of WWE-esque stuff after a while after starting. But now, like the show is just consistently good. Where I feel like Raw and SmackDown is kind of goes like this with their moments that they plot in between. But AEW could be like a consistent 7 out of 10 every week. Maybe you don't get those highs, but you get great matches and just solid consistency. It's been like that for a while now. So, and I hope it's not just because we've got All In coming up. I hope it lasts beyond All In. But
that kind of has a bit to play because All In is basically like the WrestleMania now.
yeah,
So everything is like all guns blazing. We have to book this proper well. So yeah, you're right. Like AEW is exciting now. There's a lot of stuff happening.
And also Tony Khan's ignoring the shots. Because WWE, I forgot what month it was when all of a sudden
into WrestleMania.
Yeah, they start throwing shots and Tony's like la, da, 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 da,
yeah,
da, da.
yeah, I remember.
Because usually
Tony,
the crash out.
respectfully, Tony's grown up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's basically they've switched roles where Tony Khan and AEW were trying to race WWE's race. Now they're just doing their own race. And now WWE's trying to keep up with them on their race by counter programming them. So they basically have switched roles. And you're absolutely right. It's a lot more consistent. You do get the highs. Like the Arena Mexico show was fantastic.
Yeah, I watched it.
The Spring Breakthrough show that had Osprey and Takeshita and Mercedes and Athena. That was one of the best TV weekly shows of the year. That you get those highs, but they're mainly consistent. Like you said, 7 out of 10 pretty much every week. But yeah, the key is following it up after All In and after Forbidden Door, because Tony's weakness over the last couple of years has mainly been because they've had big kind of things that's happened, like 2022 Brawl Out, 2023 Punk gets fired.
Negative
Last year they had no excuse, but the drop off was there after like All Out because it's NFL season and he's paying attention to the Jacksonville Jaguars at the same time. So I'm really waiting for like September. If he could keep it up and he can go through the final of the year, that's the real test.
Yeah, that's the test.
Forbidden Door is August, right?
Yeah,
right,
the end of
August. So,
24th or something.
Yeah. Did you guys see they're bringing All In back to Wembley?
Yes.
Yeah, next year.
Yeah.
So
Because Coldplay had the chokehold. That's why they had to move it.
Oh shit, Coldplay.
Yeah. No, they're doing good stuff, man. I love the whole Osprey Swerve Hangman. They're balancing like three brilliant baby faces at the top of the card. I'll ask you guys. We were asking this last week.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think Moxley loses the title at All In?
Dear God, please. Please, like, you can't do this. You can't do this to us again. You've done this so many times. Please don't do it to us again. You need to book this like it's WrestleMania 40, like it's Avengers Endgame. Osprey, Swerve comes out and actually helps his arch enemy. You can get Sting coming out in Texas. Darby Allin returns. Bryan Danielson returns. And they take down the Death Riders. He beats Moxley.
Maybe even get that moment with the Bucks. Remember when Hangman first won the title against Kenny? And the Bucks basically just like nodded and kind of
and Swerve is the one who does it this time.
Yeah.
Go ahead for it.
Yeah, maybe Swerve instead. But
A part of me.
He didn't answer. Wait, what do you think?
What do you think? Yeah.
Is Moxley losing the title?
If it was a few months ago, I would have said no. I feel like Tony Khan went to Darby Allin. You go climb that mountain.
Yeah.
That title's there for you. Stay safe. Stay safe. All right? Yeah. I feel like he's one of those people that he likes to honor your agreement, but he must have done this. Darby, I don't know where you are on the mountain, but I gotta say, I have to go pivot now. Stay safe.
Stay safe.
I think, yeah, he was going to honor his word, but he's seeing the momentum. I feel like any businessman, when you're seeing that the internet is falling in love with you again, business is doing well, your partners, the TV company are happy with what you're doing. The future of AEW's perception lays on this show.
Sure, yeah.
If he fumbles it, it'll probably take him several years to do this again. Because I can't say, you never, ever. This guy's got endless of money. He could do this till he you know what I'm saying? He could do it whenever. He's got endless pot of money. He's like, whatever. He's now regained momentum. WWE, for some weird reason, they had an easy layup, as you guys use basketball analogies. WWE had an easy layup from last year. Everything's doing well. And they're purposely pooing in the bag and selling it to people.
Yeah.
Tony's really the opposite.
That's crazy. The fourth. I just imagine someone just put it in a bag. Like, the poop trick that's on Netflix right now?
Yes, the poop cruise.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah. My friend produced all of that stuff. So shout out to Georgia.
That's crazy.
So AEW has now figured out who their core audience is again, because they're trying to do that thing where they're dipping into WWE's pie. Don't dip into their pie. Their style of wrestling is two different things. AEW actually allows you to wrestle. WWE, they limit to what you can actually do in the ring, which is bizarre. We thought when they got rid of Vickham, it's going to change. But right now, Hangman has to win because you want a happy ending. We've had negative endings months on end. It only changed because Death Riders, there were no title defenses. That's what the last pay-per-view was fine. He has to stick the landing. They're in Texas. Even though he's not from Texas, he got the ideology, the Americana, the cowboy image. Hangman has to win.
On the horse.
Sorry, Darby.
I need that.
Darby, I'm sorry, bro. You chose climbing a mountain. I get it's a dream of yours, but you could have been champion. So I'm saying back in the line, son. After Hangman.
We'll get to you.
Yeah.
We'll get to you.
So I know I was long-winded, but to answer your question, I'm cautiously optimistic. Because it's still Tony at the end of the day. It could be like, we're waiting for, whatever. But he can't, because he knows right now, because WWE, everyone's saying, I'm going to AEW. He has to stick that landing.
Yeah, he has to stick the landing.
If they really wanted to they need to sell it that thing's gonna lose still.
Hangman's gonna lose.
It has to be that. When I feel like it's still there, I still feel like they're gonna probably Moxley's probably gonna win.
But that's where you want them to be.
And
I want
that.
Go either way.
I think it's good like that, because when it does happen, it's like, oh shit.
It's Cody and Roman 2 again. You're worried. You're worried because The Rock's there now. You know the Rock's now in a position of power. So now you're worried. You don't know, like The Rock be like, no, maybe I beat Roman. Not Cody. Nobody wants Cody to win. Yeah. But yeah, fingers crossed. Come on, Hangman, it's your time.
It's in 2 weeks, isn't it? So
yes.
Yeah.
No, 10 days.
10 days.
10 days.
10 days from today.
At 8 o'clock.
12th of July.
I got gas from last week to 8 o'clock. I was gas, bro. You guys go Forbidden Door, by the way?
Yeah.
Possibly.
Trying to.
Same.
Because I already hit up my link in there, so I'm just waiting for him to confirm it.
I was gonna pack the same link that you
I'll
have.
hit
but,
you up.
I was gonna pack the same link you have, but I don't think I've got enough minerals yet. Enough XP. Just I don't think the XP is there yet, but I'll give him a shout as well. I'll see what he's saying. Flipping. Any announcements before we go?
No, I don't think so. Join the membership.
Hustle again. Hustle 31st of July. Make sure you guys come and watch a Hustle show. Always lit as usual, man. Honestly, man. Last time I had the Hustle show, I nearly lost my voice, man. This was doing the chants, it was crazy. So yeah, make sure you guys are there. Basement Grooves, 26th of July at Savante in Hoxton, Haggerston, one of them places. And lastly, where can they find these lovely, handsome
Blokes.
On
Bruvs.
bruvs, handsome bruvs.
As Americans will say, bruvs.
I know now I discovered bruv. I'm like, oh man. Anyway, okay. I'm on social media. I'm on Twitter, formerly known as, or formerly known as Twitter, as at Sat Next To. You can find me there. I'm always tweeting about something, mostly negative things about what I don't like about wrestling, and also
But
positive
he's of
things.
age. He's of age, so he can do it.
He's got the XP.
He's got the XP.
He's got the
minerals.
juice.
I'm now in it, and also I'm going to be on BBC Radio London on.
Come on.
Tuesday, the 8th of July, 7 to 10 p.m. Also on the 15th of July, on a Tuesday, 7 to 10 p.m. So catch me on there. If you like music, you like radio, you like hearing my chat, I'll be on there talking about music. But I will have Riot Cabaret on my second week, so on the 15th of July. So I'll talk about wrestling then. So tune into that. Thank you.
Lit.
Since they didn't bring it up, I just want to say here, Triple K ain't never beaten those allegations. What he did to the New Day will not be accepted. This is booking malpractice. The New Day's heel turn was one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my lifetime, and he blew it. He fumbled it. That's your hero. Yeah. He ain't never beaten those allegations. You better be in the jury saying he guilty too. He ain't never beaten those allegations.
I'm sorry to say, I know we've gone back on this year, but bro, when that whole New Day heel turn happened, I said for him, I was like, why are these men joking about too much? It's go time. Be serious. They've been joking about for years. Yeah. It's now time to be serious. Put that leather jacket on. Put that flipping leather jacket on, and let's go.
They had nuclear heat, and what did he do? He kept them sitting on the bench for 7 weeks. For 7 weeks. They didn't wrestle a tag team matchup till 3 months after their heel turn. They didn't win the tag team titles till 5 months after their heel turn. Crazy. And then they won the title, and what were they doing? Back in the commercial break, and defended the titles once, and then lost it to the Judgment Day. He don't like black people. Triple H don't care about black people. You can follow me. You can follow me on the X Twitter machine at True Hill SP3. My podcasting work mostly at True Hill Heat Wrestling. My written work mostly at SI.com Sports Illustrated. Got something coming out for the Kazuchika Okada versus Kenny Omega rivalry. Going through all their matches, as well as where is everyone that was on the original All In 2018. So probably by when this comes out, one of those pieces will be out. And you can also WrestleTalk.com. I do written work over there, and also on Fightful Overbooked in the Weeds every Tuesday, 3 p.m. for you in the UK every Tuesday and Thursday. So, and True Hill Heat YouTube channel every Saturday, flagship podcast. Sometimes you'll see this man over here. I've invited this man over here. This man's been on there. I'm gonna invite you on so I can disrespect Triple H some more. Yes.
Laps is gonna be challenged. I'm Mark Lamar Hill when it was on James Morgan's podcast. Let's say nigger again. Say that again. Say that again.
But thank you so much for always having me, because I love being here with y'all, my brothers, and y'all are doing great work. Just always remember that, like, y'all gonna be great, because y'all always putting it out there every single week. Y'all are consistent. Y'all are doing great content, whether it's this podcast, whether it's anything y'all do. Support WRESTHINGS, because they're doing it what it's supposed to be done.
Stamina. They got stamina as well, bro.
Appreciate that, man. Endurance.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate that, man.
Say that shit again, man.
He ain't never beaten the allegation.
But yeah, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. We'll be here next week. Oh, bro, I'm off for a week. I'm having a week off, so I won't be here next week. But I think the Mandem are going to be on live. I think we've got 2 guests come up as well on the live, but I won't be here next week. I had to make sure I was here for Sat. I had to make sure.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, the amount of time we rescheduled this is ridiculous.
Like, there was a time where we was meant to do it. I think someone else came on, and I think there was a time I was meant to come on the podcast, and I was in Florida.
Yeah.
There was another time I was meant to come on the podcast.
You're in Croydon.
And I had a shoot in Croydon, so you couldn't. Yeah, you couldn't. We had to reschedule so many times. So I'm happy to.
Brothers, it's all love being here, man. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
But yeah, guys, we're gonna love you leaving here. I've been Anafi.
SP3.
SAT.
Laps. Mex. This is WRESTHINGS, the coolest wrestling podcast in the world. Tell your mom, dad, auntie, uncle, all them people that Dell tells you to tell. Tell your colleagues that thinks that Stone Cold Steve Austin is still in the main event of any WWE show.
And Big Daddy.
All them man as well.
Haystacks.
WRESTHINGS.
By the Mandem.
For the Mandem. Yeah, you
could ask for that last week.
Yeah,
that's for Skillet.
Hey guys, what's going on? Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. And also, become a member. Join the team.